Hey, good morning. I want to share something with you really quick. This morning I was reading in the Torah portion, Isaiah chapter 1. And I want to say it was like verse 16 or 18, maybe 18 and 19. And it says, if you consent and obey, you will eat the best of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you will be devoured by the sword. One of the things that I took note of is that it's talking about eating. You will eat from the land or you will be devoured. And immediately my mind went to Deuteronomy, where it says, I lay before you a blessing and a curse. If you obey these commands I give you today, it will be a blessing and it'll lead to life. But if you disobey these commands, it will be a curse and it will lead to death. And that's, we know, we live in that. We live in that with the curse of sin and death. And what I cued on this morning in that verse was it says, if you consent and obey. And I like to look at word studies and really look at the deeper meanings of words, what they mean, because obviously in our English language we miss a lot from what was actually originally written. And in the Torah it says that Yahweh marks his people on the forehead and on the right hand, and he marks them by those who are obeying the laws and statutes, keeping the Sabbath and obeying. But here's the word study, is that word mark. It shall be a sign. Hold on. Thank you. Where's that at? Outside?
It's go past the break area, and I got it hidden behind the ball. So.
All right. Appreciate you. Thanks. See, that word, to the mark, it says it'll be a sign for you on your forehead and your right hand. Good morning. And that word in the Hebrew, sign, it means, the root word of it, it's talking about a distinguishing mark, an insignia. And then when you look at the root word of that mark, insignia, a banner, it means to consent to and agree with. And when you look at the context of that, and it says that God is going to mark your forehead and mark your right hand, and that will be a sign of the covenant. It's going to be a sign that you are in covenant with him. And the sign is on your right hand and your forehead. And when you look at the word meaning, it's consenting to and agreeing with. But what are you consenting to and agreeing with? And it's the laws, the statutes, and the decrees that God told Moses to teach to the people. And then in Isaiah there it says, if you consent to, because Isaiah starts by showing the disobedience of the people. Showing their disobedience. Showing how they have not been obedient to the laws and decrees and statutes that God told Moses to teach to the people. And it also says in the Torah that those laws and statutes and decrees are for all generations, for perpetuity. All generations, for perpetuity. Were we not told that when we accepted the Messiah, that we became grafted in to the commonwealth of Israel. You're grafted in to the commonwealth of Israel, a holy nation, royal priesthood. Are those laws and statutes, commandments, decrees that God told Moses to teach to his chosen people, and marks those on the forehead and the right hand by those who consent to and agree with obeying them? Are those for us today? And your mind probably says, oh, so are we supposed to give animal sacrifices? If your response or thought was that, you need to study the Torah, because you cannot give animal sacrifices, because there is no earthly priesthood and there is no temple. And the Torah prescribes by the law, you can't do that unless you're there. And the temple was destroyed in 70. But make no mistake, you have these people in Israel right now, and they are about to resurrect and complete the third temple. It is going down. Just watch, and you will see those sacrifices that come back. Because guess what? Even the scripture says the blood of bulls and goats never was intended to take away sin. That's also a lack of understanding. So I just bring this message to you this morning as I was thinking about it. We really need to be thinking about what we're consenting to and agreeing with, and what are the things we are to be obedient to. Because it seems that the church will tell you you're supposed to obey the 10 Commandments, but then when you say that fourth, they say, oh no, you don't have to obey that. You don't have to keep a Sabbath. That was done away with. Well, if you're not consenting to and agreeing with keeping the Sabbath, you might be possibly missing that mark that God said he marks his people on the forehead and the right hand of those who consent to and agree with obeying these commandments, these laws, and these statutes. I don't give an animal sacrifice. I don't offer a peace offering, a burnt offering, or anything. But I consent to and agree with it. I don't reject it because I understand that I can't do that. So there's something to be said here. Be blessed in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach.